Well, it looks like Palworld wasn't gonna get away with it after all. If you guys don't know Palworld, it was this ripoff of Pokemon, but it had guns in it. It was an open world game, and it was a lot of fun. And that game blew up because people really want a Pokemon game on PC, but Nintendo doesn't want to do that. They don't necessarily need to, because people who own PC probably also own a Nintendo Switch. But if they wanted even more money, they will release those games on PC as well, especially since the Switch hardware is terrible and the games run like shit. And we have a tweet here from Discussing Film, and it says, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company has filed a lawsuit against the developer of Palworld. The lawsuit seeks an injunction against infringement and compensation for damages on the grounds that Palworld infringes on multiple patented rights. And I would assume that means the Pokemon, because you can clearly tell which Pokemon are based on who, or which pals are based on which Pokemon, whatever, you get the idea. And they didn't even try to differentiate. If people are able to easily connect the dots and say, oh, this Pokemon is clearly based off that specific one, then it's like, okay, you're an idiot for not trying to be more unique with the designs, try to differentiate yourself. You can still get some inspiration. Everybody's inspired by something, but you should try your best. Knowing you're making a game that's very similar with characters that are very similar and a premise and concept that's very similar, you should try your best to differentiate yourself, and you didn't do that. That doesn't mean I agree with this. I would say Nintendo should just leave them alone. I don't see what's the point of this other than Nintendo just being petty bitches, which they are. They always have been. They hate their fans. They hate content creators. I remember back in the day, you had to work with them or sign a deal with them just to use gameplay footage of their games in your YouTube videos. They were a piece of shit for that, and they still strike down fan games and stuff like that when a fan makes a Pokemon fan game or a Metroid fan game. The one that I remember is called Another Metroid 2 Remake, and they shut them down because Nintendo's always been doing this. But I wanted to actually read Nintendo's statement on their website, and here it is. And it says, filing lawsuit for infringement of patent rights against Pocket Pair Inc., the developers of Palworld, Nintendo Co. Ltd., and all their people that work at the company, I'm lazy, whatever, together with the Pokemon Company, filed a patent infringement lawsuit in the Tokyo District Court against Pocket Pair Inc. on September 18, 2024. The lawsuit seeks an injunction against the infringement. Yeah, I read that already in that fucking tweet. God. The last part says, Nintendo will continue to take necessary action against any infringement of its intellectual property rights, including the Nintendo brand itself, to protect the intellectual properties it has worked hard to establish over the years. So it didn't really say anything specific. It didn't go into details of what exactly the problem is. We can just assume the Pokemon designs. I wish they would have went into more details. You probably have to go to the actual lawsuit to find that. But lucky for us, Palworld just released a statement, and it says, regarding the lawsuit, yesterday a lawsuit was filed against our company for patent infringement. We have received notice of this lawsuit, and we will begin the appropriate legal proceedings and investigations into the claim of patent infringement. We are unaware of the specific patents we are accused of infringing upon, and we have not been notified of such details. Pocket Pair is a small indie game company based in Tokyo. Our goal as a company has always been to create fun games. We will continue to pursue this goal because we know that our games bring joy to millions of gamers around the world. Palworld was a surprise success this year, both for gamers and for us. We were blown away by the amazing response to the game and have been working hard to make it even better for our fans. We will continue improving Palworld and strive to create a game that our fans can be proud of. It is truly unfortunate that we will be forced to allocate significant time to matters unrelated to game development due to this lawsuit. However, we will do our utmost for our fans and to ensure that indie game developers are not hindered or discouraged from pursuing their creative ideas. We apologize to our fans and supporters for any worry or discomfort that the news has caused. As always, thank you for your continued support of Palworld and Pocket Pair. This has nothing to do with general indie developers in general, so you can fuck off with that. Indie games are coming out every day. This has nothing to do with the AAA oppressing or holding down the independent games. I play indie games all the time. That's pretty much most of what I play. I don't play AAA games. It's either indie games for me or retro games. So I don't know why you're trying to make it out this is about big versus small. So I don't know why you're trying to phrase it as if this is a big company just attacking a small company for no reason, or just the reason of simply being big versus small. That's not the fucking fucking case. You guys are disingenuous, you're stupid. You know what you did. You blatantly rip off Pokemon. You had these obvious rip off designs of all these different Pokemon monsters and characters. It was painfully obvious. You didn't do any work to make yourself different enough so Nintendo can say, okay, it's not a blatant rip off, so we can't file any lawsuit against them because it's different enough. You didn't do that. This has nothing to do with indie developers being discouraged. Indie games come out every fucking day. That's just a silly thing to say, so you can go fuck off with that. But in terms of this lawsuit, I don't think it should have happened. I just think you idiots should have put some precautions while you thought about this possibility while you were ripping off something that already exists. You can make your own Pokemon type of game. You're not barred from doing that, but you didn't do a good job. Let's be honest, the game succeeded because people want a Pokemon game on PC, not because it's just this masterpiece that everyone needs to play and has to play right away. No, people just wanted Pokemon on PC. You saw the opportunity and took it, which is a good business thing to do. Seize the opportunity, make the money. You should have thought this was a possibility. It is what it is. I don't agree with Nintendo doing this. Nintendo's always been a piece of shit company. They're probably jealous if I'm being honest, because Pokemon is trash. It's been trash for like a decade. Ever since Sun and Moon, the franchise has been going downhill, and I don't care about Pokemon anymore. It's shit. But I hope Palworld actually wins a lawsuit, because I don't want companies to just be able to just sue anyone making a rip-off of something. And I just don't like Nintendo. I like their games. I think they have the best exclusives out of all three of the companies, but the company itself is pretty fucking trash. They've been getting away with too much for too long, and gamers are just fucking sick of this company. And I don't have much else to say about this. Nintendo, you can go fuck yourself.